What was the craziest rumor at your school? Everyone said Mrs. Patterson, our librarian, was secretly rich, like billionaire rich. Kids joked she was slumming it for fun. I thought it was stupid. She wore the same 3 sweaters every week and drove a 1999 Toyota Camry with duct tape holding the bumper on. But weird things kept happening. Senior year, I was helping her shelve books after school when her phone rang. She answered with a completely different voice. Professional cold. The Singapore account needs immediate attention, she said. Transfer the assets by midnight. She hung up and saw me staring. Wrong number, she said quickly, but her hands were shaking. A week later, our school got a massive anonymous donation. New computers, renovated gym, the works. The donor wanted to remain private. Then I noticed something strange about Mrs. Patterson's desk. She had 3 different phones. Not old flip phones, expensive smartphones. During lunch, I saw her step outside to take calls. She'd speak in different languages. French, then what sounded like Mandarin, then something else. I started paying attention. Her old sweaters had tiny designer logos. Her beat-up car had custom leather seats that probably cost more than most people's cars. The crazy part? She ate the same peanut butter sandwich every day, but I caught her throwing away expensive sushi from some fancy restaurant downtown. One day, a Blacktown car pulled up during school hours. The driver got out and handed Mrs. Patterson a briefcase through the library window. She saw me watching and quickly put it under her desk. Textbook delivery, she said, but textbooks don't come in locked metal briefcases. That afternoon, I had to stay late for detention. The library was supposed to be empty, but I heard Mrs. Patterson on the phone in her office. The board meeting is Thursday. Yes, I'll be there. No, nobody here suspects anything. I crept closer to listen. Maintaining the cover story is getting harder. Maybe it's time to reveal everything. My heart was pounding. What cover story? The next morning, there was a huge announcement. Our school was getting a $50 million endowment from the Patterson Foundation. Suddenly, everything made sense. Mrs. Patterson wasn't just rich. She was Patterson Foundation rich. Her family owned half the buildings downtown. Turns out, she'd been working at our school for 20 years because she genuinely loved it. The foundation was her family's, but she wanted to see where the money actually went. She'd been secretly documenting which programs needed funding, which teachers deserved raises, which students needed scholarships. The best part? She'd been living off her tiny librarian salary the whole time, saving every penny of her real money for the school. At graduation, she pulled me aside. "You were always too curious for your own good," she said, smiling. "Want a job this summer?" She offered me an internship at the foundation. Paid more in 3 months than my dad makes all year. But here's the twist that still blows my mind. She told me there are dozens of Patterson Foundation people working regular jobs around the city. Teachers, janitors, cashiers, all secretly rich. All documenting where money is really needed. "We call it practical philanthropy," she said. "You can't help people from an ivory tower." I worked there all summer. Met a homeless guy who was actually worth $200 million, documenting which shelters needed the most help. Met a waitress at Denny's who owned 3 restaurants but wanted to understand worker conditions. Mrs. Patterson changed how I see everyone. You never know who's secretly trying to make the world better. Last month, I got accepted to Harvard with a full scholarship from the Patterson Foundation. The letter said, "For students who pay attention to the right details." Sometimes the crazy rumors are true. They're just not crazy in the way you think.